we had one episode of McCoy and Van Noy. Just one. And
it was a really good one.
It was a really good one. So good
it was.
that we made a few headlines. And one half of the gracious host of McCoy and Van Noy made a statement last week. And he said, I don't understand why Bryce Young hasn't played football yet. You know why? Because in order to get better at football, or for us to know if you've improved at football, you have to play. And lo and behold, who played football? Bryce Young. And not only did he play football, he played really well. He was balling. Let me see. What did Bryce Young have? 6 of 8, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Ran the drive to perfection. See, this is what I'm saying. That's all we asked.
Yeah.
It wasn't that Bryce Young sucks. Bryce Young won't be good. I said Dave Canales was the perfect coach for him because I watched what he did with Baker Mayfield. But how do we know unless he's playing? I know they don't owe us nothing as fans. Their fans, the Carolina Panthers, y'all owe them a little something because they are spending their money. But we don't know if he's improving. Killer,
they sold the house for him.
Killer, that's what I'm saying. There's a difference in being in practice and being in the real game. You know it. So we needed to see. You tell me they were going to go into the regular season with no regular game speed, no regular game plays, and they were going to say, he's going to be our guy moving forward. But now we've seen it. Okay, now the fans have something to look forward to. Now us as the media can say, he has improved. Dave Canales is making a difference. That's all I was asking. That's it.
Yeah, I think you can see Dave Canales' his leadership with Bryce Young, just by the way he calls games. I mean, the offensive line looked a lot better. They got Bryce Young out on the move. But what I was impressed with just in the short time Bryce was in, just being in the pocket, standing in the pocket, especially that touchdown he delivered. The guy was pretty much open, but just being able to sit in the pocket and being comfortable knowing that the O-line and, the play call, all of that, it looks like Bryce is a lot more confident.
Thank you.
And I like
confidence.
That. I think that is what I saw from him is confidence, and that's what you want. I also think, too, there's that added pressure that C.J. Stroud has done so well, and he was second overall, and Bryce went first, and they traded up to get him. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Bryce, but from what I saw in that drive, I saw a lot of confidence, and I like that. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
David Canales has really put that in him. I mean, Bryce is already confident. You go number one, you got to be a confident, and you play to Alabama, you're confident, but this is a different beast in the NFL, and I feel like after Bryce had a year that he had last year, he looked really confident.
Dave Canales is like the QB. He's becoming the QB whisperer. He's like
the guru.
He like, listen, if you need therapy and you want to shake back, come see me. Look at what he did with Geno Smith. No, seriously, what did he do with Geno Smith? Pro Bowl quarterback.
What do you think he does in those QB meetings,
I don't know, but
bro?
look, Geno Smith, Pro Bowl quarterback after dealing with Dave Canales. Baker Mayfield, Pro Bowl quarterback, almost won comeback player of the year. Bryce Young, who's already a Heisman Trophy winner, first overall pick. What do we have to look forward to? That's all I'm saying.
So we
Canales,
need to be buying stock of the Panthers.
We need to be buying stock in Bryce Young. I'm not doing all that yet. No. We ain't doing all we ain't doing all that. I did not say that. I said the quarterback, him only.
All right.
Yeah. But if your quarterback is better, your team would be better. And it's a lot of craziness going on. Did you see the ending to the 49ers and the Raiders game?
Yeah. Before we even get there, I felt like that game was pretty fun to watch for a preseason game. A lot of back and forth. It was touchdown here, touchdown there, turnover there, big run there, big kickoff return there. So it was a lot in that game. But the ending, I mean, what
49ers
what a way
Vegas
to finish
is like a historic
they
clash.
Almost scored.
Yeah, I know.
They almost scored.
So, question. So I know I used to see from the sidelines and walk through before games, in practice, in training camp, and during the season. During special teams, the D-line is either an individual or doing something or going through something. So we don't really get to see. But I know personally I didn't do it, but I used to watch the special teams walk through, and they used to practice. I know the offense used to practice end of games plays. They used to actually draw up plays to get out of bounds, and then they used to practice this every now and then, what we seen. Did you ever see your team practicing what they were doing? Is it something that the teams get in the games and they just, I was just going to throw it back, or did they practice it? I know teams I was on, they offense would actually practice what we seen the 49ers doing, like making sure you running behind, getting to a certain spot.
PTSD, bro. You gave me PTSD bringing this up. I was part of the New England team. I believe it was in 2018 of the Miami Miracle. They still love and hold dear to their hearts. Man. I was one of the players that missed a tackle on that. All I had to do was get Kenyon Drake on the ground, and I could have saved Gronk from the embarrassment of falling over himself. So I was part of that, and that one sucked. I've also been part of ones that we've been on the right side of it. But yes, teams do practice that. A lot of teams practice that situation, being on the offense and trying to do whatever you can to get into the end zone, and on defense, what you should do, after the first pitch. I know I'm going to start saying previous employment. I don't always want to just talk about, New England or, the Ravens. I'm just going to say previous employment from here on out.
Got you.
But previous employment, they would tell us to, as soon as the quarterback would throw the ball to start, one of the D linemen to take the quarterback, because usually the quarterback can throw the ball the furthest and the best. So you want to take that away. I always thought that was a good and valid,
our backside
fair point.
Defensive end always did it. So if he threw across, the backside defensive end would get him and run with him, because at that point, there's no reason.
And play like man to man, like face guarding in basketball, where this guy ain't catching the ball. This guy ain't scoring the ball. He ain't even getting the ball. I'm face guarding. It's the same thing on defense.
Yeah, the D-line was the first line of defense, because after he throws it, we're chasing. So the people who are coming behind, we're right there. So everybody has to pick up a man. Now, it don't matter who it is, but you got to pick up a man. Now, for the most part, you want to get the person who's furthest behind, because you got to throw the ball backwards. So you always want to pick that person.
Also, you got to put your best athletes on there.
Absolutely.
I know at one place we had Matthew Slater on there. Some other places they put receivers on there, because they were fast. A lot of DBs on the field. So Nate Ebner and Matthew Slater were on the one in New England, because those were the special team aces. They're the ones that had to run through traffic and make plays all the time. So it made sense.
Yeah, last play of the game, we always used to bring in Mike Evans, or rest in peace, Vincent Jackson, or a player like that. Whether they want to take a shot at the end zone, or they want to run this play, you bring in a guy that, that's what he does. He catches the football. Yeah.
Another player we had too when I was in Detroit, previous employment Detroit, Calvin Johnson's out there catching picks. He's 6'5".
That's
good
not
luck.
fair.
Good luck trying to out jump him.
Exactly. Yeah. Hall of Fame, Megatron.